Hello, my beautiful Virgos, and welcome to your horoscope for November of 2022. We're Virgo this month. We're going to bring the theme home, around home, family, real estate, property. No matter what this manifests for you in your life, I want you to think of the themes this month for you as being family, roots, grounding, and home. So you're going to have to let me know in the comment section down below exactly how this manifests for you. But just also know that every November, this is when your home life gets lit up for review and for stimulation. So when you're listening to this forecast and you're thinking about what's going on in your life and how this is manifesting at home, flash back to last year. What was going on in your home and your family last year, and where is it today? Really good themes for you to be thinking about. Now, also, we have got Mars continuing in retrograde in the energy of Gemini, so we still do not have this energy to force and push things along. So keep that in mind, okay? We're also going to open this month with a full moon lunar eclipse in fellow earth sign Taurus. Now, this is going to light up your ninth house space. Publishing, marketing, broadcasting, international travel, higher education, expertise, teaching, things like this become a little bit more vibrant in your life, and the changes that still need to be made here are going to begin to they're not going to begin. They're going to continue to shift to themselves until you're in the appropriate alignment. Now, the one thing to also keep in mind is that this is not new information. We have been working in the Taurus-Scorpio axes all year long. So as you're listening to me, I want you to think about not just, oh, it's going to be a great month, new energies coming in, live your best life. Where are you in your pattern? How is this manifesting in your continuing education of soul school, right? Now, the other thing I'd love you to think about is going back to 2003. I've been talking about this all year. Where we're going to have this full moon lunar eclipse, you had stimulation going on 19 years ago. So what was happening in your life at that time? What were you training for? What were you interested in? What did you want to do? And for most of us, we missed the boat, right? We missed the boat. We didn't really take advantage of that opportunity. You know, it's ninth house. Was there an educational matter that you were interested in and you didn't do it at that time because you went in a different direction, right? And now the universe comes back to get us where we got stuck, and we're able to bring more wisdom to the table and actualize that dream coming forward, which I actually think is fantastic. Now, we're also going to have Jupiter come out of retrograde in the energy of Pisces this month. So we'll discuss a little bit about how the cloud is lifting from your vision so that you have a clearer, more confident view of how you'd like to move forward. All right, Virgo, let's see what the month has to hold for you. Right at the beginning of the month, on the 8th, we are going to have this full moon lunar eclipse at 16 degrees of Taurus. So again, I can't say it enough, but make sure you're actually looking at the degrees and the houses on your chart so you can see that outside of the general, where does this hit you in the personal of your chart? And that 19-year theme is still going to apply to you no matter where it's at, okay? But with this full moon lunar eclipse over the next 3 to 6 months, there's going to continue to be endings, acknowledgments, or adjustments, right? It is like this area of your life is trying to come into the appropriate alignment. This is a lunar event, so it can be kind of emotional. But in this ninth house for you, one of the things I think of truly is are you finishing training so that or starting training so that you can come out into the world differently? You know, what are you doing around training or partnerships and relationships in training, or faith relationships in that way, that you're later going to be able to turn into something valuable? Taurus does want it to turn into something valuable. Now, whether that's financially valuable or it just raises your self-esteem. You know, it's kind of this call to the wild, Virgos, come out and play. You know what I mean? But now with this axis being worked, you're being able to raise your level of self-confidence and understand why the training you're doing has been important and how it's going to serve you next. It's a really cool kind of energy, but it can be very, very emotional at the same time. Now, when we get to the 16th, we're going to start kicking in high gear to this fourth house that I was talking about as we bring in Sagittarius season. So on the 16th, we have Venus move into Sagittarius. On the 17th, Mercury comes into Sagittarius. On the 22nd, we welcome in the sun. And on the 23rd, we are going to welcome in the new moon at 1 whole degree of Sagittarius. Okay, so let's take a view of what's going on around fourth house concepts for you. Home, family, real estate, property, your roots, where you're grounded into your own internal psychological foundations, your things around your parents, right? Or concepts of family. Maybe you're helping families, you're working with families. Maybe decisions you're making is making a change to your family. But the other thing I like to also consider here is you as a parent. Right? If you have children, you may also be looking at conceptions, not just around your own childhood, but the childhood you're maybe providing for someone else as well. And with all of these planets here coming to really light up this area of your life, Sagittarius is confident. You know, where are you demonstrating a different level of confidence, or you're ready to expand your horizons here? It is Sagittarian energy. So for some of you, are you moving your house? You're going on that great adventure. Are you welcoming a person into your house? Are you having a baby? You know, what's the level of great expansion that is available here? And not everybody is just doing babies and things like that, but this can also be a great call to the wild for spontaneity in your life. Do you enjoy your home? Do you want to leave your home and go see some other homes? Airbnb is very real. Travel's back up. You know, what is it about you that is expanding from this home zone and brings this air of play, of freedom, of goals, of dreams, of movement into your life? Really an exciting time. Now, at this new moon, you're going to be planting your seeds of intention to begin what you would like, or to bring a shift or a new perspective around families, around home life, around your home and the ability to expand those horizons. Lots and lots around faith as well. It takes a lot of faith or some kind of belief structure. I can do it. This is possible. Connection with the divine universe in order to walk you out into these new places, right? I think very much so about that Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, because that was the good one, about how he's trying to bridge this canyon. He's on one side, the opening of where he's got to go to get the magic cup is on the other side, and in between he can't see the bridge. And it occurs to him intuitively that I have to start walking in order for the bridge to reveal itself. So he throws a little bit of sand out there and then he starts walking across. And that is very much so the 9th house Sagittarian vibration for you brought to the 4th house. So where are you kind of just stepping out here on some faith, understanding that if you expand your horizons and you go out here confidently in that direction, that the universe is going to reveal all the way across. And whatever you do when you get to the other side, don't grab the golden chalice. That one will kill you. Drink from the weird cup. That's what Indiana Jones taught us. All right. Now within like 5 minutes of this moon, we're also going to see Jupiter coming out of retrograde in the energy of Pisces. Okay, so first and foremost, Jupiter, when it goes into retrograde, is really about helping us see where my vision has been clouded. I had this belief, this philosophy, this lack of knowledge sometimes, this lack of faith in Pisces, right? That it was clouded. I couldn't really I couldn't actualize it because like what was in front of my sacred eyes and my sacred mind was just too clouded for me to bring into reality. So during the Jupiter retrograde, which started in pre-retrograde shadow time, May 4th of this year at 28 degrees of Pisces, what were the themes going on between your 8th house and your 7th house as Jupiter has been traveling retrograde? 8th house, joint resources, death, rebirth, reproductive system, counseling, astrology, seventh house, relationships, contracts, commitments that you're making with yourself and others. What were the themes where you were kind of, the veil was being lifted from you, where you're like, that's not true, it's actually this way. Now with Jupiter coming out of retrograde and in place with this new moon, the connection is absolutely fantastic. This is a confident version of you that is ready to take those Pisces ideals out into the world in a different way that you couldn't. Actualize your relationships in a different way. Give them a fresh start. Take your fresh start out into the world, right? So it's going to be a really interesting journey to see what do you actualize in terms of a new beginning, initiating something and going at it quite confidently by the time we arrive at Valentine's Day 2023, where Jupiter fully leaves its post-retrograde shadow time, and then this is it. That's the completion of that particular cycle. So pay attention to the Pisces and the Aries areas of your chart between 8 degrees of Aries and 28 degrees of Pisces, because this is where the vision was being stripped from you. It wasn't reality, but now you've got wisdom and experience that is bringing you in the direction that you want to go in real life. All right, Virgo, lots to uncover this month. It's going to manifest for each of you differently. Results may vary, cosmic results may vary and all of that, but I would love to hear from you how it's going, what's showing up in your life. Share with us in the comment section down below so that we can all kind of wrap our arms around your journey as well. That's one of the brilliant things about traveling in an astrological community and connecting here, is that whether you feel like you're getting an F in life or an A, when we're trying to awake and participate spiritually, everybody is kind of like, doing a good job. You got a gold star for trying to be awake today. I love you guys a ton, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Bye, everybody.